Hey guys, it's Stephen here back with another video, and it's European transfer deadline day. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about some of the news that's coming out of Manchester City on this Monday evening, because a few of the academy players have gone off on loans, some have left and all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd talk about that a little bit. As ever though, I want to say thank you to my source of information, One Football. You know the score by now. It's a fantastic app with loads of updates, loads of Manchester City news, loads of transfer info, loads of stats and all that kind of stuff. And the best thing about it, it's free. You can download it in the link in the description below. So head down below this video when I'm talking, click it on your phone, download it, install it, and get all your Manchester City goodness, news and info, and help support this channel at the same time. And also, quickly, look at this. It finally turned up today. It's absolutely beautiful. It feels amazing. It's a work of art. I love it. I'm absolutely in love with it. This is definitely coming holiday with me next week because it's gorgeous. It's so crisp and nice. But anyway, you're not here to look at my shirt and marvel at that. You're here to talk about Manchester City transfer news, and we're going to talk about a couple of things today. Three things that have happened today. I'm going to start initially with Claudio Gomes. Now, I had a feeling this was going to happen. He's left City. He's only gone on loan, though. He's not actually left. I mean, I've got a feeling he'll never come back. That's just my humble opinion there. But he's gone on loan to PSV, and he's going to be playing for the PSV Jeong side, which is the second tier at the moment. I think it is pretty certain. I'll see where they are in the table at the moment. They are currently, where are they? They're down in 18th in the second tier of Dutch football. The idea being that if he gets a bit of football with them, players around and all that kind of stuff, then maybe he can force his way into the first team. I had a feeling this was coming. A lot of people are really excited about Claudio Gomes, and I understand why. But it's just one of those things where it just hasn't happened. You know, sometimes a player goes somewhere and you get the vibes that it's not kind of working for him. I know people at City actually really rate him in terms of his technical ability. I know a couple of players close to the first team, from just stuff you hear about and all that kind of stuff, reckon he's very, very talented. He's impressed in training every now and then. But what I've seen about him in the EDS and the youth teams, he's actually really not stood out, if we're being totally honest. He's actually struggled a little bit every now and then. The team's looked a little bit kind of weak when he's been at number 6, despite his ability. I think he's just struggled to really make an impression the academy level, and as a result he's kind of stagnated a little bit due to injuries here and there, and I think he's gone backwards a little bit, if we're being honest. So now if he goes over to the Netherlands, he could get some regular game time, and even if he just plays in the second tier and plays a lot, you know, it could be a decent kickstart for a good career for him. If he gets into the PSV first team, that would be absolutely impressive. It would be huge, but I just can't see it. Something about my gut instinct says this is the beginning of the end for him. I might be very negative there, but you know, something just feels that way. You've seen it happen a billion times before. You've seen that path being trodden absolutely by loads of players, and this feels like another one where he'll do well for himself, but I can't see him making the impact now on the first team. Hopefully I'm wrong. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. So he's gone there. I wish him all the best, and hopefully I'm wrong. You know, I would love to be wrong about this. I really would do, but he's gone on loan, so we'll keep a close eye on how he gets on there. Another one which is a bit of a surprise to me is Jeremie Frimpong. He's going to Celtic. This is not being confirmed at the time we're recording this, but I know from certain people that it's very, very close. It'd have to be like a monumental fuck up for it not to happen. If it happens, I'll base this video around this idea. If it doesn't, just ignore the next 2 or 3 minutes. But Frimpong's gone to Celtic. Which is a big shame. Now, if you've seen any of the under 18s, you'll know he's a very, very exciting player. I really like Frimpong. He's so skillful, so fast. Like, he's absolutely lightning quick. He runs past people as if they're not there. He's so good at getting forward. The only problem he's got is he's just quite small. He is quite a small lad. He's quite slight. And as a result, he would suffer defensively at the highest level at the moment. I'm not going to deny that. And he isn't really that young anymore. I think he is. I think he's 18. Let me just double check. How old is he? Yeah, he's 18. He turns 19 in December, so I think he's at the point now where he wants to get into first team football somewhere. And at Celtic, I think he'd come in as a project for them. I don't think he'd go straight into the first team. I think he'd get a little bit of kind of developmental time, and then eventually he would go into their first team once he's proved how good he can be. But he's just so technically good. I really like him a lot. He's got a lot of heart, a lot of skill, very good at getting forward. He can play left back as well, which is pretty good, and he can play at right back. So if any Celtic fans are watching this somehow, you've got yourself a cracking little play there. It's just tough for him to make an impact when you've got like literally nearly £200 million of centre back, a full back ahead of you. Obviously, Kyle Walker and Cancelo have got the right back slot locked down for ages. Alpha Dionku went on the tour ahead of Frimpong. That might be because Frimpong didn't say yes to a contract and all that kind of stuff, admittedly, but Dionku is maybe ahead of him as well. So you've got 2 senior top class fullbacks there at right back. On the left back, you've got Mendy, maybe about to come back. You've got Angelino, you've got Zinchenko. basically, it was going to be very, very hard for him to get any first team football Manchester City, and he decided just to move permanently. This would be a decent move for him. I really hope he does well. I hope you've got some kind of buyback clause or something like that. Or some kind of like sell-on fee or something like that. But I think he could be a bit of a surprise given time. The only thing is he needs to be a little bit taller. Fingers crossed if he gets a little bit stronger in general. His pace absolutely electric. He's like a Sean Wright Phillips when he gets going. Just to interrupt that other video there, I'd actually just finished recording the video when I went back on Twitter as I was copying over the file and saw that Joel Latibeaudiere has actually joined FC Twente on loan. I told you, at the end of this video, I say more players are probably going to be announced, and this is mid-video when it actually happened. There's probably going to be more after I finish this bit. But Joel Latibeaudiere has gone on loan to FC Twente, which is actually a pretty good move for him, to be honest. I felt really sorry for Joel. He's really highly rated, a really good centre-back with good pace, a good reading of the game, but he's had so many bad, unfortunate little injuries. How old is he now? I think he's 19 or is he 20 or something like that. He's 19, he'll turn 20 in January. And I'm really happy for him that he's basically back playing football and he's got a decent loan, man. Like Twente obviously got promoted last season. Matt Smith did really well there and they're currently sat in 4th in the Eredivisie, having played 5 games. So they're going to probably stay up. Fingers crossed they will stay up. And this is actually a decent loan for the lad. Fingers crossed he can actually get plenty of football there because he does have potential. He is a good player. Don't give up on him just yet. I'm not sure if you quite make it at Manchester City. There's no shame in that's what it's worth. But this could be a good move from that will help him build a pretty good career. I don't really know what FC Twente's current centre-back options are like, but even if he gets like 10, 15, 20 games in the Eredivisie, that'll be absolutely crucial to his development in general. I'm fully suspecting some more players to actually randomly be announced now, but this one I'm happy for. I'm really happy for this. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the video now and let Aleix Garcia carry on in a bit. I'm not even kidding, this is the 3rd time I've re-recorded this video again after I've just finished talking about Joel Latibeaudiere and checked back on Twitter once again to edit. Lorenzo Gonzalez is apparently going to Malaga on loan as well. So some quick words to him before I round the video off with Aleix Garcia even. Hopefully not him. Lorenzo Gonzalez is going on loan to Malaga allegedly in the 2nd tier Spain, the Segunda division. And that's a move that once again is also long overdue. He's a very good, very likeable player, Lorenzo Gonzalez, but I think it's fair to say his career has stalled a little bit recently. He's 19 years old at the moment, so he's at a good age for him. He's a goal scorer, he's got very good pace and all that kind of stuff. He's likeable, he works really hard. He's just not quite got what it takes, I think, at the moment to be a Manchester City player. But you never know, honestly, you never know with this guy. I think he's the kind of person that could be a late bloomer. At the moment, he's not at City level, but give him a few years, maybe if he gets a good move, maybe if it kind of works for him over at Malaga and he scores a few goals, and by the time he's 23, 24, he could be the kind of like, the dark horse that ends up scoring 15 goals one season in like 15, 20 goals in the Segunda division, then gets a chance in the Liga. By the time he's 25, 26, he's scoring 15, 20. You never know. I don't think his career is available at Manchester City anytime soon, but I think as a loan, I think it's going to be a loan apparently. This is a decent little move for a very likeable player, one that doesn't quite have the ability to quite get into the first team. Lightning quick, really speedy, really decent little player, but not quite Manchester City level. But he's nice. He's very nice. He's always messaged me on Twitter a couple of times as well, been very polite, seems to be a very intelligent lad, and hopefully he'll do well there. I wish him all the best. But I'm going to finish this video now with Aleix Garcia. No more news, please. No more breaking transfer news. Aleix Garcia. And finally, this one took me by surprise. Just genuinely, like, who had random Belgian club in the Aleix Garcia sweepstakes? He's just randomly gone to this is some names you realise you've never said out loud. I've said this a billion times with Football Manager, FIFA, the rest of it, but I've never said Royal Exel Mouscron out loud before. Royal Excel, I love the name they've got. Just a Microsoft Office spreadsheet on there. Royal Exel Mouscron have got Aleix Garcia on loan, and I did not see that coming. I thought for all the world he'd go back to La Liga. This seems like a step down, if we're being honest, for him. I mean, he was playing pretty regular for Girona last season, and now he's gone to the Belgian First Division. They're doing pretty well at the moment. They're currently miles ahead of Anderlecht, unfortunately for Vinny. They're currently sat in 4th. Where did they finish last season? Let me have a look. I genuinely just don't know, because I don't know much about Royal Exel Mouscron, though I do like saying Royal Exel Mouscron. Let me just quickly check it out. Last season they came 10th, so they're very much a mid-table team there. They've had a pretty decent start. I'm going to see how he develops. I mean, personally, I think this spells the end for him at Manchester City. I didn't really expect him to have a career at Manchester City anyway. I've always had a lot of hopes for Aleix Garcia, but I feel like his game has been a bit muted, if anything, since he came to City. Genuinely, when he first came into the academy teams, he was very quarterbacky with his passing range. He was a little bit more bold, if I'm being honest. And he also used to take shots from distance, and he scored a few absolute worldies in the academy games for the EDS. And he's just kind of stopped doing that and got a bit safer and a little bit more safer and all that kind of stuff. So eventually, you've got a number 6 who keeps it nicely, passes around, very composed on the ball, but he's not great defensively. So if he's going to be as a number 6 in a team like Manchester City, if you can't be great defensively, you've got to be a lot more ambitious with your passing, because otherwise you've got a player who passes it nicely but isn't that good defensively. He can be standout enough. I wish he tried to maybe model his game with someone like Pirlo a little bit more, or even Jorginho, and be a little bit more aggressive with his passing and maybe create more chances from that kind of quarterback role, to quote an Americanism there. But he doesn't seem to have that, and he seems to become a functional, decent little player. I think this is the beginning of the end for him, unfortunately. Good player, he will have a good career for himself. This one, though, is just a very odd loan. It strikes me as like, who is left to take him? And this is always left. Royal Exel Mouscron. I love saying that out loud. Royal Exel Mouscron. Looking forward to Royal Word. Stop it, Stephen. Stop it. I apologise. It's very late at night. So he's gone there, unfortunately, guys. But that is it as far as I'm aware. Let me know what you make of all those deals. Frimpong, obviously, Aleix Garcia there, and Claudio Gomes. A bunch of fringe players leaving, and I think we're going to see more of this in general. There might be one or two things that might just randomly get announced that we've not happened yet. Like someone else might go on loan somewhere that it's not been confirmed yet. We'll get a notice tomorrow morning or something like that. But for now, though, I'm not really surprised about all these. Apart from maybe Frimpong, the rest, I kind of felt that they were coming. Guys, let me know in the comments on what says ever. Thank you to all the latest patrons who keep this channel going and all that kind of stuff. Download One Football. Tomorrow, I'll be back with a video possibly on the Laporte situation, because we don't know any news yet on that. So I was holding on a little bit to see how it goes, because I don't want to get ahead of myself and predict what's going on, because I think at the moment, as far as we're aware, he's currently in Barcelona with Cougar, and they're going to see what the diagnosis is, and then we'll discuss how far Manchester City have to go to try and replace him in the team. Fingers crossed on that front. For now, though, as ever, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I'm so close to 30k, so hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and I'll see you soon.